Yeah, her mom had like a whole band. What happened with her family? Like Liliana grew up like a whole circus or something. They have like a whole song and it's like a bunch of musicians. Classic, like if it's like a D&D or something. Oh, I have the backstory, you know, like grew up in the camp and yeah, of course mom probably teach her to play, right? Yeah, she's of course terrible now then. She can't play the strings yet and mom will teach something. But what happened to her whole family though? This was some sad backstory, right? I feel everyone's gonna die soon. Okay, she was really terrible at music. maybe she has no talent. Mom is like, you're terrible at this! What is this thing? Okay, yeah, she has like no talent. The same city maybe? Does look like it. Oh, they're leaving it. None they indeed. So they're dead? I'm gonna guess this guy is Liliana's dad, right? Sitting here, yeah. I guess so. But yeah, she really has the classic circus, right? She really has the whole, like, you know, carnival traveling and all day. We're gonna talk about Liliana Masquerade, right? As immediately, great episode. This actually genuinely might be my favorite backstory in the whole anime. I must say she's my favorite character, even though I think that I like Liliana a lot more than other people, so probably actually up in my top tier characters. But I think the backstory was great. I think it's interesting because she also kind of has an issue, right? Like, what is the bard? And her life has an interesting balance. She's sad. She really was terrible at it. She grows from it. So overall, it's a really good Liliana episode. And of course also Priscilla, which Priscilla has become my... Easily, I would say Priscilla now is like my top favorite waifu of the princess after the course Emilia. I mean, Emilia Town. I always liked Emilia. I also really like Emilia's character growth. I talked about last week. I really like how Emilia has gone from that. So Emilia, I think, is a very, very good character right now. So Priscilla is also badass though, and yeah, she's stolen my heart. But anyway, let me describe and let's talk about Liliana Masquerade. So it's Liliana's backstory, I guess. Kawaii! Oh, she's kawaii though. Okay. Her mom! We got MILF Liliana! Yeah, what can I say? Her mom is goddamn hot, right? No, but seriously. Her mom is, yeah, she's fine, man. Because I mean, Liliana is... Honestly, I don't know how old she is, yeah. I don't know how old Liliana is. But she's clearly younger here, obviously, with her mother, right? Her mother is a goddamn fine woman, though, yeah. Got a nice body, you know, golden hair, the golden eyes, right? And there is something weird with her Liliana's powers. So I'm wondering if the mom has the same thing, because she's like really effective, right, to singing someone. So maybe there's like a family lineage, something like that. But it's some kind of like minister of artists, right? Like all of the whole family has a kind of magical appearance and also like musical skills, right? But yeah, her mom is like goddamn MILF. Yeah, immediately Liliana's mom is like, whew. Oh, it's another woman there? Okay, she's a whole band now, though. Okay, that's just pretty interesting, though. Oh yeah, Liliana plays the Macarena, yeah. Okay, so she grew up in like a corner or some kind of... Yeah, it definitely feels dead, like. It definitely feels like her dad. Instead, there's the mom again. Mom's guitar, man. King of Bombs! Here we go, we're back to the best fight, man. It is serious. Proceeded, I'm the love fighter. They're both like crazy. They're like, oh, telling me what love is? Yeah, you vulture chase, okay. No, she's crazy about the thing. But what's the worst emotion? I don't know. But for her, it's, I guess, hate or something. Yeah, her is probably the opposite of love, right? So it's probably hating someone or something like that. She can open up their hearts. Mutual understand. Backarna! Liliana's like, oh, I see. This girl is really stupid. Oh, she's just dumb. Yeah, it's opposite. Yeah, but I guess what the point is. It's obviously the opposite of mutual understanding. She's forcing them to love her. So yeah, Liliana has a great point to me. I like this scene a lot, guys. I thought it was a great scene, right? Liliana immediately owns Sirius because she's stupid, because they're disgusting, right? Because Sirius is like, I can open up people's heart, right? And make them feel love. But Sirius calls it mutual love, you know, actual love, whatever. But as, of course, Liliana burns her on, it's like, no. You are forcing them to love you. It's the reverse of actual mutual love, right? But it's a great point, and obviously, this is very how this authority works, right, you know? The authority is basically kind of like the how say it, the fake version of what they're claiming. I think it's very, very common, you know. Regulus is like, oh, I got all his love and heart, all his wives, but he doesn't have a heart, right? This woman is like, oh, I have all this like love, open up their hearts, but they're actually, again, reverse of that. So Liliana is a really good point, I feel. Okay, here we go, it's pushing her off, right? But I mean, she's almost gonna lose her mind or something and get a bit angry when they like taunt her. Because, yeah, here we go, my husband's love, yeah, Pittle Goose. Oh, your husband, your first husband, eh? Ho ho ho. I have 8 husbands, what? Wait, Priscilla gets... Priscilla... what? Priscilla gets around a lot, what is this thing? Yeah, apparently Priscilla said it... But she keeps, like, divorcing them, I guess, something? Very quickly, she's very young for this. He's a prince, I guess, but yeah, it's like, what? Priscilla had 8 husbands? In Sirius' defense, though, I did think her husband did actually love her, though, yeah, so in her defense, though. Her original husband did love her, though, I think so, but yeah. I don't think he... Obviously, I think Pittle Goose, you know, actually liked her, but then, of course, she also went crazy after she died and so on, yeah. It was her plan, then. I don't know, Priscilla jumps through or something? What? She got some crazy strategy here. Oh yeah, I'm a fire princess. Of course, she's like, yeah, but I'm the fire. Oh, she burns the whole building down? How does that help us? Like... oh, I make it. I gotta burn what I want to burn, yeah. Exactly. I burn the particular parts of the building, yeah. I am a much better fire lady than you are. Okay. But obviously, yeah, now she can run up there and play music, but... Okay, Priscilla is like, yeah, I only burned particular points here, so I'm clearly way better than you guys. But yeah, it's almost a very much a Liliana episode. She's running up here through the fire. Yeah, it was a good episode. It's very, very Liliana focused. Yeah, she's running up here. The thing is burning fire, right? She's exhausted. She's gonna like pay everyone back to be nice to her. Exactly. Passion! Yeah, they're gonna like... I've ignited the greatest performance ever! And she clearly using her mom's guitar then, or whatever the instrument is, but I think it's like some kind of string instrument, whatever she has to, yeah. I mean, goosebumps though, it's a nice scene though, yeah, she's like, yes, I will show you! Oh no, sad backstory now. I mean, I'm sure her parents died or something, like why... Oh no, yeah, now she's like living by herself or something and eating mushroom. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be some... Yeah, then she was picked up by people, right? But obviously her parents died or something. But she's still performing though. Yeah, she wants to perform. But she's terrible at it. Well, this is a really sad backstory now. She's really terrible at performing too. As we saw this. No, it's like one old man gives her money because they... Obviously through pure sad pittiness, yeah. The guy was like, the lady's terrible, so I feel really sorry for her, yeah. And now she's like stealing food again or something. Jesus Christ, this backstory is sad, man. What? Yeah, she passed on it, yeah, of course she had to survive this thing. What is happening? This is like one of the most sad backstories I've seen. Jesus Christ, man. Oh no, no one wants to listen to her music. She's really terrible. And we learned, yeah, we saw the early flashbacks. She can't play music either. Like she sucks at it. But what? Mom and dad? Wait, what? What happened? She actually met the parent. What happened? What is this flashback? What? What was that? What? She's left them the whole like I will be king? Or was that her insanity? What was that? Seriously? She put on a paperback. This backstory is really sad, man. It was just really sad until that mom and dad scene. So I applaud you guys seriously. I'm on that. Please tell me. Was her being crazy? Was Harris being delusional? Like, I don't get it. I mean, in general, I'm probably gonna go to Reddit now and Google that episode. I don't get it. So don't like spoil, but like, just give me some. Honestly, I don't get it. Was she just like, like I understand obviously, you know, she's running around by herself and so on, right? But it felt so absurd that she'd be like meet her parents and be like, no, I'm just gonna like put a paper bag over my head and they won't recognize me. Yeah, that scene was so strange. It's a sad backstory, absolutely. Ignoring the paperback scene, that's hilarious. But yeah, now she's like, I'm no hero, right? Yeah, I'm just a stupid bard, yeah, like it's super sad now. Of course, she's just like, I'm just a terrible musician. Yeah, what is a bard actually? It's a pretty good question, what is a bard, right? It's a pretty classic like D&D character, you have the bard, right? But what is the actual bard, yeah, like, what is my purpose in the actual party, right, you know? I'm just here doing shit, you know, yeah, like, what is a bard? It's a really good backstory. I think it's actually one of the best backstories so far, actually. But I genuinely do feel that the whole bard character is very interesting from like a role-playing element, right? Because it clearly comes from Dying and Dragons because they have the Bard class there for a long time, right? And obviously, you know, most isekais are based on video game logic, so to speak, right? They kind of have that, you know, it's like magic spells based on games. So it absolutely kind of comes from that because it's kind of strange that you had a Bard in Dying and Dragons, then in Final Fantasy, you know, obviously, you know, very famous, of course, very setting for Japanese isekais, right? FF. Then they have that thing where, you know, you have the Bard and you have the Minestro playing and also the Saga games. So that class has been very, like, prevalent in, you know, this fantasy worlds. But it is a strange class. Oh, I can buff you by playing tunes, right? I can inspire you or haste, like usually it's a haste buffer in Final Fantasy. So this is like an interesting backstory. She's like, I'm a Bard, I don't do shit, yeah, like. But also, of course, no one likes her apparently. Yeah, she's a terrible Bard. This is more than that. Her backstory is interesting because I was like, she sucks. Yeah. Oh, this girl? Yeah, she's terrible. Yeah, it also feels like everyone thinks she's. But now she's finally, of course, unlocked her potential. I like her voice. She's straight up changing another voice actor. Yeah, suddenly she's a goddess now. Suddenly she's like the greatest singer ever. Yeah, this was great, man. But I keep feeling that she has some weird powers. You know what I mean? Like, sure, she couldn't play music in the beginning of her backstory. Okay, fine. But it's like, I feel she has like a weird power. Yeah, like her music's just too good, basically. It's like, now suddenly she's basically, I feel, too, you know, like, good at playing music instead of being bad at it. Because of her performance. I'm gonna insert some moment here. But yeah, now she's like too good at this. Now she's the greatest musician ever. Standing here in the firehouse. Oh, it's a goosebump scene though. I'm a little emotional over it, yeah. It's a nice scene, man, guys. I feel a little bit emotional seeing her. And then we see the two princesses fighting down in the. No, she did the greatest music they ever heard in their life. Everyone's gonna be awakened. But I have to say, I'm happy because in the first episode of the season last year, I immediately called it. I said that Liliana will obviously defeat her control spells because her Bard music will exactly do this thing. So I mean, I have to be that guy, but I called this exactly. I called it 100%. I said that her music would be worth exactly like this. But I guess this guy was like, this guy knew what's up. He was like, I need to protect this Bard lady. She will save the whole village. Yeah. He was like, one day, when everything is burning, this Bard will save everyone. He was good. That guy knew what's up, man. He was like, it's very important, very important. See, she's glowing her. I keep seeing she has some powers. She has more than just good music. You know what I mean? Like, she's more than, yeah, she's turned green. Like, she has some actual, you know, magical music somehow. I don't know how it works, but she has some kind of power, right? Yeah, Priscilla is trying to explain to us her powers. She's a simpleton. Yeah. That girl's a complete idiot, but she can play music. Thank you, Priscilla. That was a great explanation of it. She's really... she's cutting them. Oh, she's getting pissed off, I guess. So she can buff herself with her own blood, I guess? Yeah, I guess she can, like, turn on her own blood as fire or something. Yeah, and like, she blew up the whole, like, building or something. By making her own blood pour out on it. What? No. I felt that was kind of fake there. That was a weird scene, but it was kind of like she died but didn't die. Or she pissed off now, though. But I guess her, like, clearly her you know, tiara or whatever protects her. Yeah, clearly her, like, clear equipment, like, can take a damage or whatever. But I like how Priscilla's like, I have 8 husbands, okay? I know how men work. But it's like a really weird conversation. No. Love is about doing it, yeah. She's like, no. Love is about accepting people for being different and still smash them. Yeah, like, yeah. She's like, I'm horny. I get around. Yeah, like, what? Oh, the girl. Oh, that's true. Yeah. That actually, I have to admit that I kind of forgot about that. Obviously, that's part of the whole Subaru thing there. Oh, yeah. Did she finally die then? I don't know. She's freed her. I feel like that... Yeah. Maybe. Well, yeah, I don't know. Because I just feel like she figured out her... Oh, of course. She explained that her blade... Yeah, that's what I said earlier. That she could, like, only burn what she wanted to. That's true. She only cut through only her... Oh, she might die now? Actually die? I am a little surprised if she actually dies here, because I feel like the Priscilla hasn't really figured her out, though. Priscilla is kind of owns her, yeah. Honestly, Priscilla is like, hey, I'm better than you. I guess that's how Priscilla works. See, I want to say a picture with survive this thing. I do not believe she's dying here, because I just feel like Priscilla just kind of owned her, you know what I mean? Priscilla just kind of crushed her. She didn't actually, like, oh, this is how you told it to her. This is your weakness. She's kind of like cut it through, and I was like, yeah, I own you, bitch. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like Priscilla actually figured it out. She just kind of, yeah, especially how the body flew into the water. I'm gonna guess that Sirius is alive after that. I don't think she died for that at all. She just took damage. There was too much, like, push her into the water so she can come back later. Yeah, I think she definitely will come back another season. I also would guess that Emilia is probably, you know, gonna have to defeat her, because Emilia and her is obviously her aunt, right? So she has to be like, yeah, you would imagine that. Okay, Liliana's in the water. She's probably fine. Yeah, she's tired, right? After the tower fell. Yeah, she's floating there. Would be crazy if Sirius now comes and grabs Liliana in the water. Yeah, she could have like grabbed her like some kind of monster, like push her down into the water. But here comes the course. Yeah, Kirika-san. I guess have to ship them, I guess. Yeah, ship them! Someone's gonna be like, they're obviously gonna get married one day. But she's probably falling in love with him. She didn't even think about him when she was playing though, so... Yeah, I mean, I would guess Liliana is in love with him. Given like how she was like... She felt his presence was playing music, right? So, yeah. Feels kind of straight up that... Yeah, that she loves him. Exactly, I can't just come out and say it. There we go, I'm happy I'm your board, right? So, yeah, I mean, I feel she's clearly like in love with him. But yeah, let's review it. I like it. Generally, I mean, I like Liliana too, you know what I mean? I think some people hate Liliana. I heard people think she's very, like, annoying or whatever, but I always liked her from the beginning. So maybe that's what I like to do, but this was me was one of the best backstories. It was great. Everything, again, as I mentioned here, please seriously, explain to me, guys. I don't understand the whole paperback thing, right? I have to show it again, but it's before the scene that she saw her mom with a new baby, of course, but obviously the other guy, I suppose, was her dad, but I suppose the other guy with her mom could have been her stepfather, I guess, whatever, right? Her mom might, you know, travel a lot, different carnivals or whatever, so who knows? Probably more explained in the novel, but clearly she met her mom again, and whoever that dad was, so to speak, with a baby, right? So you're like, oh, okay, she has like a new kid, because, you know, it's been like a few years since he saw her mom. And that all makes sense. But then the whole paperback thing to me was like, what? Yeah, so I keep saying it, but I don't get it. Was it her in the head? Did the mom just pretend she didn't see her, even though they literally walked next to each other? It just looked ridiculous how her mother wouldn't recognize her, right? If it felt really strange. But I guess the issue was that we saw Liliana. This will be my only critique here, except the whole paper. But I mean, we didn't really get why, like, she left. I mean, she left. She was like, I will be the king of barge, you know. I mean, but after that, it was like she's out, she's traveling. But it wasn't explained if anything happened to her family in between that. It's just kind of like, I'm alone now, I'm eating mushrooms. Yeah, but it was a little bit unclear if like her family just kept traveling or whatever. I suppose, or without trying to find her or something like that. But anyway, otherwise. Really good backstory. Like I said, I think it is kind of interesting, right? Because you have this. The bard is a weird character, right? You know what I mean? I play D&D every week and so on, right? And like I said earlier, obviously, the bard, as in here, exists, right? To speak as a character mostly, right? Because you have that being. It's like one of the basic classes, right? In Final Fantasy, so as I mentioned. Because again, then, from the beginning in D&D, right? So it has to stay with us. But it always been a very like strange. How does it actually make any sense in these fantasy worlds? Everyone else is like, I'm throwing fireballs. You're playing like a guitar over there, but it does more damage than my fireball. You know what I mean? So I think this scene also spoke to that, right? In the beginning, when she was just like, "What's my point?" These other guys were heroes. They were like warriors. They were like magicians. They were like, you know, they could throw ice balls and fireballs. And I'm just like, I play music, yeah. So it doesn't do anything. I mean, yeah, like, can I like fight with that? Yeah, because you know, in this kind of anime, I wouldn't be surprised if she could take up her guitar and play a music tune, and that literally could like destroy a wall or whatever, and like send like a sound wave that could like destroy something. That wouldn't surprise me. I would buy that, like music magic. I would buy that, you know. In a series, right? So yeah, so that thing was great, and then the whole idea that she basically couldn't even play music. She was just like, "Oh, I'm just terrible at it." but because she grew up in her, her mom was like amazing at it. She also dreamt about doing it. I liked it too, right? Because they kind of give you a little more of a build up to her, of course, not actually being talented in her dreams, so to speak, right? Which usually these like, I want to be the king, are usually very good at what they want to do, right, so to speak. But I'm still wondering if she has some really weird, like, secret passive blood lineage, angel power or something, because it still is like weird. Like, oh, she's turning green. It has to have something different. Like I said, okay, she can buff everyone, you know what I mean? She does her music, everyone gets purified, whatever, right? It has to be something actual magic of her music. She isn't just playing music. It has to be like music and the actual spell, does something. Like listening to her word actually does give you something, right? Because it's like, yeah. But yeah, good seeing that. The fight was great too, of course. Priscilla is hilarious. Definitely not the best character. I mean, I would easily say that Priscilla is my favorite double peak waifu, right? Of course, since yeah. No, but I think Priscilla is probably the most entertaining princess, except of course Emilia. Yeah, I think so. I think she has the most like character, the most oomph, right? Yeah, Priscilla is a great character. And obviously, the way she was fighting is that she could like survive that death attack because her like jewelry get destroyed, right? So it's like if she takes damage, her ring breaks or her bracelet breaks. So that was obvious. So there was a quick scene there where there's like a fake out death, but then her like stuff broke. So it's like, yeah, but obviously that's and also that was the second time we saw it actually. So it was like a build up before, right? But I mean, so I buy that, so to speak. It was a little cheap though, because I was like, oh well, I mean, obviously she has more jewelry on her. But like I said earlier, though, I say it here again, I definitely think that Sirius Rat survived, right? It just felt the whole idea. But this is my guessing though. But to me, it seems that to defeat, right, one of these sins, you have to kind of figure it out. You know what I mean? Betelgeuse, her husband, right, was always like that. Oh, he got the invincible hand thing and they have figured it out, super beat him, you know what I mean? Obviously, Regulus now than last week was very much like, oh, he can stop freeze time thing, his heart isn't moving, his name means, like the King Lionheart thing, Rex means king, so yeah, Lionheart, King Heart kind of thing, okay, so that's kind of where his powers are, you know what I mean? And I keep saying it, right, I don't think we have understood, so to speak, what her like Shane love power actually literally does, right? Like what is her authority? That hasn't really been explained yet. So when I saw them, like I said earlier in the reaction part, when I see like Priscilla just like slice her down, right, and push into the water, I'm obviously thinking like, well, I mean, she didn't actually like defeat her authority, right? She just overpowered it. Yeah, and yeah, obviously the water thing. But I guess you could compare it to with Reinhardt and Regulus. It's like even if Reinhardt is clearly much stronger than him, right? Has all his blessings, he actually can't hurt him because he hasn't figured it out. He hasn't like understood what the whole stop time is until of course in the end with Subaru has figured out now. But I mean, just punching this guy really hard doesn't do anything, right? Now that being said, though, she clearly like got sliced open, so and she probably doesn't have the same like defensive stat as Regulus. So maybe she is weak in her dive, whatever. But at the same time, she cut herself open, right? She used her like powers to release her blood, and she can control her blood and also make her blood burn and so on. So kind of blood magic. So that alone, I'm just like, well, like she probably can survive losing a lot of blood, right? Because she clearly has some kind of magic anyway surrounding that. Maybe because blood is red and love and hearts are blood or something. So it's probably like, oh, if you don't like destroy your heart, you can't kill it or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she has the same thing, right? Not exactly like Regulus, but I mean, she has like, well, her heart is her love, You have to actually destroy her heart to kill her. That wouldn't surprise me. Or something like that. So I feel like, nah, you're slicing her open probably just fine. Like, she's coming back next episode. She's coming back. But sure, I think she's exhausted. She probably can't fight this season. But I think that we will see Sirius coming back, of course, maybe 2-3 arcs from now, right? I don't think she's out of the whole storyline so far. But anyway, guys, if you subscribe, and have a great day.